How would you know if you're at the top?
You look at the calendar.
Yeah.
You look at a number of other things I discussed in the book. There's like about 20 different factors, but I recommend dollar cost averaging out once it gets into that range where you're like over 90% fear and greed on the greed side, when you can see whales have started to sell. If you went and at the very first halving, you spend $12,700 and you just bought it and held it forever, you have 1,000 Bitcoin. Today, that $12,000 investment is worth $107 million. If you went and held Bitcoin for 3 years and held cash for one, the first cycle, you wouldn't have been able to divine the high price over $1,200, but you would have gotten out around 1,000, right? It dropped all the way down to 171. You probably weren't going to buy it that day, but you had several months afterwards, you could have gotten back in for around 250. So now all of a sudden, you have 4,000 Bitcoin. You hold that for 3 years. It went up to 19,830. You could have pretty easily gotten out around 16,000. It dropped down for a year. It dropped down to 3,200. You had several months, you could have gotten in around 4,000. Now you have 16,000 Bitcoin. So now your $12,000 investment isn't worth 107 million. It's worth about 5 billion. And so by the end of the cycle, it'll be worth, over 10 billion, which is an extraordinary, return.